Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing this lovely day or into the future whenever you do watch this? My name is Teevee the Marketer, rockstar.marketing. That's www.rockstar.marketing. Yes, there's a website. I own that. Isn't that cool? Today, or let me start off with, I'm Teeve the Marketer, and this show is dedicated to sharing insights around digital advertising and marketing, as well as trends, changes, policy changes as they go down, say Facebook, YouTube, Google Ads, whatever it may be. I'll be sharing the news, especially relevant stuff that small business owners should be aware of, and how it may impact them, and changes they should be aware of that they need to be, and how they, pardon me, I'm tongue-tied, all the changes that are happening that may impact them and what they need to do and consider moving forward. All right. In today's episode, we're going to discuss a handful of things. One is my podcast. For those that may have tuned in last week, told you that I was going to grab this broadcast every week, and with the idea of repurposing the content, so that way, hey, I have a Facebook live video posted on my website. On Facebook. Then I wanted to grab the audio from that and repurpose it and put it in as a podcast. I already had the podcast. It's easy. I should just plug it into my podcast platform, post it on my website. It gets syndicated to the internet, to Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. But then I discovered that my podcast was broken. When I moved my website a couple years ago from DallasMarketingRockstar.com to Rockstar.marketing, the podcast itself broke. Now, if I were to podcast from within Dallas Marketing Rockstar, it would work. However, moving forward, I wanted to start marketing and branding myself as Rockstar.marketing. So what ended up happening is I had to create a podcast from scratch. Someone's in the house. Hello. At least it said someone was in the house. Anyways, so what I ended up having to do was create a podcast from scratch. Number one, I had to remember how to create a podcast, because this actual audio goes straight into another recorder. I wanted it to be cleaner audio for people that wanted to listen to it. They can actually enjoy it and have a little less of the hissing, especially in post. I would remove hissing or remove some of the stuff that can be a little annoying when you're listening to it right here, when you're working out or when you're in your car. So I had to actually relearn how to do that. And I've done that several times. I always forget how to do it. Luckily, I have a membership to a website that is dedicated to teaching you about anything that you can imagine, including podcasting. That's how I learn a lot of stuff. I just go out and hunt for it, and I figure it out. Skillshare.com. I'll include a link to the actual podcast, to the actual podcasting show learning class in the show notes and in the description if you're interested in that. So it took a while, and that one is dedicated. Pardon me. That class is dedicated to showing you how to make your podcast a little cleaner. I want to create high quality stuff. It's very important to me. But once I did that, then I realized that I needed to figure out where I was going to host it, because like I said, my website was broken. I have a host now for my personal podcast, and I wanted to check out somebody else. And after some research, I ended up going with BuzzSprout. BuzzSprout, I think .com. I'll include a link to that as well. Creating a podcast can be a little tedious and involved. Not complicated if you know what you're doing and you're always playing with computers and doing things like that. But I realized that it can be involved. I learned that it can be involved. But over the years, since I really was podcasting a little more aggressively, BuzzSprout has taken off, and I subscribed to it and posted my podcast there yesterday, and started the whole process of then linking it to Spotify, Apple, Google, Alexa, and they made it so easy. It's really user friendly. I loved it. Highly recommend it. Like I said, I'll include a link in the show description and everywhere. So if you want to create a podcast for yourself, I would highly recommend it. They've taken a lot of the complications that used to be around a couple years ago and made it easier for you to create a podcast for yourself. Really graphically rich, easy to use. I was totally blown away by it and would recommend it to anyone. Now, immediately, I say immediately, once I issued, I told them to connect me to Spotify. Within 5 minutes, I was approved. And you can now find me on Spotify by just searching Teeve the Marketer. You'll find me there. First episode is already up. Google, Apple, those are going to take a little more time. I said I got an approval letter for Alexa. I'm pointing over here because I have my Alexa right there. Hopefully she's not listening. Or she probably is listening, right? But that's going to take a little more time to get approved and actually be put up. But find me on Spotify. You don't need to worry about all the links. I will include them, but if you ever want to listen to it, I'll have links to it on my website, podcast page, www.rockstar.marketing. All right. So that's that. What just happened to my lighting? That's that. I'm excited about it because it does allow me to create more content. I'm now looking to find people to interview. I'll be sharing more information there. But more than anything, the most consistent product, the most consistent audio that you will hear there is the audio from these podcasts, from these episodes. So if you're not into watching me and my pretty face in your face, feel free to subscribe, listen to it on Spotify, listen to it on iTunes or Apple when that's available. All right, next, over the course of the last week, there has been no major new updates on the platforms. Nothing crazy that like the sky is falling that you need to be aware of as a small business owner, which is great, right? Now, this is a good week. Sometimes there's some major changes. Facebook, for example, a few weeks ago did the whole political ad change. There's still a lot of controversy about that. They're trying to tighten it to where it's more difficult to advertise if you're not legitimately from this country or from the country that you're trying to advertise politically. They're trying to give transparency that you know that if you're seeing an ad, who is promoting that ad, if it's on political issues. So that was one major big change that had its own video that I created for a few weeks back before I started doing this show. But nothing major has happened this week. So that's good. If anything comes up, I'll make sure to include it in the next episode. There's a lot of things going on, obviously, but nothing major that you need to be aware of. However, still have stuff to talk about. So the next topic and the next thought I wanted to share with you is IGTV. If you're not doing it, well, first of all, for those that don't know, IGTV is Instagram television. It is a feature within the Instagram app that allows you to post long-form content. In fact, you can't post anything under a minute. How do I know? I try everything. I try to post like a 58-second, 57-second video there, and they just wouldn't allow it because they want long-form content. This is where Instagram is trying to go head-to-head with YouTube at trying to have content creators and long-form content there. They want it there. However, they obviously got a big battle because YouTube is just has everyone's attention when it comes to that kind of content. The entertaining stuff, the shows, these kinds of things are there. And it's been, since they launched it, they expected it, and I expected it to be much bigger, but there were some limitations because of the way that they structured it. For one, it was difficult to upload. You couldn't, they hid the actual upload button. It was just hard to upload. It was clunky. They've fixed that, and I'll talk about a little bit about what they've changed drastically here this week that I wanted to talk about. I'll talk about that here in a second. They also initially wanted you to just have vertical videos, and given that it's a vertical platform, it makes sense. They wanted really you to create content in the vertical platform, in the vertical form standard. But I guess over the course of the last year or so since it launched, they had heard, hey, Jonathan. Yes, perfect. I look forward to it. Let me know if you have any questions or have any input. I would love to hear about it. Bye-bye. Have a good day. So the Instagram videos had to be vertical, and they in the last couple of months they changed it to where you were allowed to create horizontal, which is this size that you see here. They started like people do. They started to get creative with it because they did not. Some people didn't want to have to create a brand new video, and that was the complication. Is that you as a creator or a marketer, an advertiser would have to handcraft a video. Either you shoot it vertical and you shoot it horizontal. It just added expense and time to the creation of content. And some people would just crop their videos vertically. That's what I did from time to time to just get the action. Like I would crop me here if I was to post this video on Instagram, but then you would remove the context of because I shoot this way for the most part, then you would not see this. But what they then changed recently is so I wanted to say what content creators did is they would give you that prompt to twist the phone, to turn the phone this way or this way, so that way you can still see their content the way they originally designed it. I love people because we love to hack things and try to avoid work if we have to, and just find ways around the system. Obviously, Instagram saw that, and now you can post videos horizontal if you choose. When it posts and when it shows initially, it'll be tall and it'll show the video here horizontally, and you can hit a little button, make it blow up, and now you can turn it and you see the whole thing. Good for them. That made it easier for people to to just post the content that they already had, maybe shot for their website, shot for YouTube. Now they can post it on IGTV. Another complication that they had, what was it? Give me a second. Let me look at my notes. Oh, it was just the syndication of it. You had to go find it. Either you had to be part of the audience within Instagram that people would already kind of get a notification that you have a new IGTV episode. And that became really difficult. And when they started, what they did to try to get more people to watch them, because that's the key, is discoverability. If your content can't be discovered on these platforms, then it makes it really, really hard. And that's where YouTube kicks ass. If you're watching videos about video editing, this is me, I watch videos about video editing, I'm going to get recommended videos from that content creator maybe watching in that moment, other videos. But they will also recommend videos from other content creators that are relevant to the video that I'm watching. So the discoverability is sky high. It makes it really easy to then get lost in the rabbit hole that is YouTube. You can end up watching, you can watch a video about marketing, and next thing you know, you're watching cat videos because you followed their rabbit hole. But that is one of the things that Instagram TV initially had complications with. So one of the first things that they did that I really appreciated is that they added IGTV videos to the Discover tab. If you hit the little magnifying glass on the app, you can now see IGTV videos there that are recommended by the algorithm based on your activity. If you're into marketing videos, you can see it there. If you're into sports, you're going to see ESPN or some random content creator content there that you may be interested in. It could be IGTV, it could be posts, it could be story. I don't think they do stories. They could do videos from other people within that stuff that you're interested in. Excuse me. So that started to raise more attention and raise the usage of the IGTV videos. And the other thing that they did is that they gave you an option to actually post it in your feed. So it can be posted when you post a new IGTV video. You click that little button and you say you want to post it in your feed. So therefore, it starts to show to people that follow you that you have a new post, right? You have a new IGTV video. So great. All these things are raising the usage and the viewership of your videos, which is what they want. They need it to become much more dominant. Anticipate in the future if it works, which I think it will. They have over 1 billion users now, and it is among teens and 20-somethings, there's a preferred platform. So that's the reason you should be doing IGTV. You should be doing Instagram in general and then IGTV videos, because that demographic is using it. They're the people that are aging and actually using the content. Facebook used to be the same thing. It used to be exclusively for college kids, college campuses. And eventually people aged, and then your grandma got on, your mom got on, and then we're all there. That's Instagram right now. it is still new, and the people are there. I'm there, so even us old people are there, but predominantly is 20 somethings and teens. So get in there, start posting content, especially your longer form content. Especially, I seem to be using especially a lot right now. I hate when I notice that. Anyways, as these people age up, you want to have already have a little real estate in their mind. They know you, they like you, and they can appreciate. You're welcome. Uh, there's trust there, right? So the big news, as far as I'm concerned, as it involves with IGTV, is that they made it easier to upload. Remember, I told you earlier that it used to be tucked away inside the little button, and then you go to IGTV channel basically, and you see everybody you're subscribed to. Then you would have to find the little plus button kind of tucked away. It just made it it used to be complicated. Now, on the latest update, and it wasn't widespread. It took a while for a couple of my accounts to actually get the feature. You can post it like you regularly would post anything else. So you post a photo, you would post a video, you hit that little plus sign, hit the plus sign. If you select something over a minute long, it will ask you where you want to post it. So in that moment, you can choose regular post if it's under 2 minutes, I believe. And especially if it's over 2 minutes, then you have to post to IGTV, because you can't post anything longer than that. Post it on IGTV. You go through the whole process. You give it a title. Obviously, you can give it a title, description, a thumbnail. You post it. Be gone. It's done. It's so much easier. But wait, I have an even easier form for you to post your IGTV videos. You ready? Perfect. So the bigger, better way to post, which I started using in the last month or so when I finally got to poking in this little platform, is Facebook has a tool called, give me a moment, where'd it go? I always forget, Creator Studio. It's on your desktop. And especially as it relates to IGTV videos, which are longer, bigger files, chances are they're probably on your laptop or your computer if you have someone edit them for you. So they're on your laptop. However, because Instagram is purely a phone app, they have wanted you to upload everything from your phone. You can't even create an account without a phone. You can't create an account. Well, actually, you can't create an account, but you can't post stuff. You couldn't post stuff from your desktop. Well, if you have a business account and it's tied to your Facebook, you can now. Creator Studio allows you to upload your content, posts, and this is the important thing, to IGTV videos. You can post IGTV videos directly within your desktop, because in the current way of doing things, say you have this longer video, it's over 100 megs, 200 meg video on your desktop that you may have produced, have someone produce for you. You have to put that over to your phone, send it to your phone, one way or another, Dropbox it, AirDrop it, and then you can post it via the app to Instagram. It's a pain in the ass. It's too much. So what the Creator Studio allows you to do is to post it directly from your desktop to your Instagram account. And here's the kicker. This is the reason I really like it. You can schedule it. So when you sit down one day a week, hopefully you're scheduling things so that way you're not beating your brain every day trying to think of new content and post in that moment. You can now schedule it. You can schedule Facebook posts and videos. You can schedule Instagram posts and IGTV videos. Schedule them and post them from there, from your desktop. However, you can't post, the only thing you can't post to either Facebook or Instagram are stories. I imagine that's because they want you to post it in moment, vertical. You can't post stories, which is unfortunate, but hey, whatever. As long as I can post these longer videos that are big files, I'll highly recommend it. I'll include a link in the description later and in the show notes. But if you're not using it, use it. Make sure you'll have to tie in your Instagram account, and make sure you have a business Instagram account and tie it into your Facebook account. And it's easy peasy, and you can manage all your pages. If you're someone that has a ton of pages and a ton of accounts, you can actually manage it from there, and it's really user friendly. It gives you stats, and they're still upgrading it, but I love what it is now, simply because you can post IGTV videos, and Everything that you can do now with Instagram, including suggestions on tags. You can tag people. It's as if you're on Instagram. Okay, use it. You'll feel it'll relieve a little bit of tension around getting that stuff posted. The last thought I had around IGTV is, for me, I love it. It's great. I know that it's something that into the future will be even better as they keep rolling it out and the usage gets higher and higher. But to me, it's going to be even much more powerful when they allow us to place ads into Instagram, the Instagram IGTV section, whatever. Right now, there is no ads, but in my opinion, everything that Facebook, Instagram does is to create new avenues to place ads. As it is right now, the news feed in Facebook is clogged up. There's a lot of ads. They're running out of real estate. There's so many people advertising. They can't do it without, they can't put more ads in there without taking away from the user experience. So what have they done? They have a watch tab, videos on your Facebook, and within there you can advertise within watch. You can advertise within your messages, right? You can advertise in Messenger. You can advertise, and I think that groups is not an option yet, but I heard that they were supposed to release that, but you can advertise in groups. If you have, I'm not completely sure. You can advertise on people's websites because if they are in the network, the audience network. But when we're able to advertise within Instagram, especially as usage goes up, it'll be a game changer for me. Some people will obviously poo-poo on it, but at the same time, it's a free platform. And if the more attention is there, the more IGTV video ads will be useful. I really hope that they figure that out, and that they figure video ads in general, placement inside the videos. Right now, I really do hate it. I don't like putting ads in videos on IGTV. I'll do it on YouTube all day long, on the Facebook videos. I don't like Facebook video ads inside of other people's content. YouTube has figured that out. Facebook, not so much. I hate when they interrupt it. But when they figure it out, I think it's going to be phenomenal. So that's my last thought on that. Get in there, post your content. It's going to be in your best interest to start investing a little time into it. They've made it a little easier. Just know that they're not giving up on that, and it's a great product. I like it. And more people just prefer to be on Instagram than on Facebook. So go to where people are. Go where attention is. All right. That's that. I don't see any questions. We will continue. Da 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 da. All right. So last big topic for the day, and I wanted to talk about one of the biggest reasons why I love Facebook ads. I'm an ad guy. Just real quick backstory. I've been doing marketing for going on 11 years. And started doing marketing, SEO, anything you can imagine around marketing, I would do. And over the years of doing what I do, I realized that the best way to really, most time-effective way and even money efficient way to market is to just buy ads. Sorry, I heard a noise. To buy ads on YouTube, buy ads on Instagram, to just pay these platforms in Google. Pay these platforms to show your ad, your content, whatever your message in front of the people that are most likely to be responsive to it. In my opinion, it's just the most time efficient way to go about it. Obviously, it takes money, but your time is money. Like, you can create a piece of content like on YouTube and hope that somebody finds it, or you can just create that content and then put some ads behind it, and then people will see it. Almost immediately if you're willing to pay for it, right? It's just, to me, is the most time efficient way. So a lot of my content, a lot of my messaging revolves around that. I am an ad guy because it's a beautiful thing. People are there, and obviously people hate ads. I get that. A lot of people hate ads. But if it's something that the individual is already in the market for and interested in, they're going to be more receptive to it. It's almost like it's not an ad. It is something of service, something of value. That's the way I see my ads and the ads for my clients. Not something obtrusive where I'm just interrupting them, maybe that has nothing to do with that individual. Then yeah, ads can suck. But if it's something relevant, something in line with what they're already wanting, interested in, they're more than likely at least going to be interested in it. It's not as annoying and a nuisance. That's my angle at going at it. Now, back to what I was going to say. Why do I love Facebook ads so much? Well, they are actively looking to optimize for what you are targeting. What does that mean? So if you need traffic to your website, they are going to optimize, or say you want traffic to your website and you want women between 25 and 50 that live in Dallas. You choose that in your ad, and you choose the objective of traffic. They will optimize. They will try to find people in that market that are more than likely going to click on an ad to visit a website that are between the ages of 25 and 50 and live in Dallas. Think about that. They're going to look for that actively. Who in their entire network has shown a propensity, a likelihood to click on an ad to visit a website? That's what they're going to optimize. Their algorithm will search for those people. Now, they have a learning stage. So after, I think they have like 50 activities or 100 activities, people that actually do it, the algorithm is actively learning, looking to learn. Sorry, my window got small. 1 second. How do I blow it up? Voila. After a testing phase, you say your initial couple of days or week, depending on how much money you're spending, and they have enough activity for that specific objective, 50, let's say 50 website clicks. They will look at the data. They're actively looking at the data of those individuals that clicked and figure out what is common with them and try to find more people like that. Think about that for a second. It's really important. They will optimize consistently. The algorithm is optimizing to find more people just like that within that pool of 25 to 50 women between 25 and 50 in Dallas that are interested in yoga pants. I know that's silly, but maybe you have a yoga studio. So if they're interested in yoga equipment, they're going to be interested in your yoga studio, although everyone wears yoga pants. Anyways, the point being is it's going to optimize for that. So what other objectives are there? There's video views. Perhaps you have a video that you recorded that you want to get traction for and you want to get views to. They're going to optimize. They're going to look for people in that audience that have a propensity to watch videos. Event responses. They're going to look for people that are likely to go to these, to say that they're interested in going to events in this market. They're actively looking for that. And as it gains traction and people are clicking like, or a better example would be engagement. I use engagement a lot for my ads. They're going to try to find people. So say you have, what engagement is you have a post on your Facebook page. It's a post or a video. It could be a video as well. And you select engagement as an objective. You want people to engage in that piece of content. The algorithm is going to go find people between 25 and 50 in Dallas with an interest in yoga pants that are likely to like, comment, or share. And they're going to do that actively. Keep finding people like that, and what that looks good for your ad as people come to that post. Oh my goodness, it's getting a lot of views, it's getting a lot of engagement. What's up with this ad? It shows a lot of social proof. It's a great way to advertise. Excuse me. So Facebook is actively doing that. Point being is they want you to succeed. They want to deliver people to you that are wanting to feel that will do this thing you're asking them to do. Another one is liking your page. Maybe you have a Facebook like campaign. You want to increase the likes to your page. They're going to look for people, women between 25 and 50 in Dallas that like yoga pants and like to like stuff, like pages. How awesome is that? Not only are they going to look for them initially, but they're going to keep, the algorithm is going to keep learning who is doing it and therefore find more people like that. Mind-blowing. They want you to succeed. Now, the question then arises, well, Teeve, then why is my ad not working? When I do advertise, why is it not working? Well, it could be a handful of things. One could be you just don't have enough money invested into it. And you're not doing it consistently. You're not advertising with a large enough budget. Maybe you have too many qualifiers. Maybe you want them to be 25 women between 25 and 50 in Dallas that have children that live in this particular neighborhood. Then you layered too many interests and too many demographic details in it, And now the amount of people that are actually interested in that, could be interested in that, is like this much. That could be one. And then your budget could be small. So combined with that, it's like you're not going to get enough exposure. Not enough people are going to get a chance to see that ad. But I think the biggest likelihood is that your ad is not very good. Your piece of content is not very good. It's not relevant to that market. I have found, and this is a video I want to post eventually, I have found that when it comes to marketing and advertising, the actual advertising piece, like going to Facebook and saying, I want these people, and advertise to these, that is actually like 20% of the process. The biggest part of the process to making an effective ad is the messaging, is the creative, the video, the image, the copy. What are you saying? How are you saying it? Are you saying something of value? Are you communicating anything that really appeals to someone? Are you getting their attention? Are you making them stop in that moment that they're scrolling? Chances are you're not. I've consulted with many clients and seen their ads, and I just see ads come through and they're crap, because they're just random, like they just have nothing to say to me. So I keep scrolling, but they're paying money, and their likelihood is that they're going to walk away with a bitter taste because there wasn't any results. There weren't any results. And I can go down a rabbit hole of different topics here, but they're not saying anything value. They're not giving anything. They're not communicating anything. And especially on social media, you have to stop people from continuing the scrolling, because this is all we're doing. We're just little scrolling zombies, right? Thumb, scroll, scroll, scroll. So if you don't stop and get their attention, number one, they're not gonna convert. They're not gonna call you. They're not gonna visit your website. They're not gonna engage, because it's not worth stopping for. But you have to think about this. You always have to engage people by entertaining them. Once you get their attention, if you're able to stop them, and there's ideas, and we talk about that some other time. Once you stop them, you have to entertain them. You have to give them something that makes them feel like they just learn something new, make them go, oh. What will stop people? Kids and puppies and cats. Little babies, puppies, and cats. Those things will stop people all the time. And it'll make them go, oh. And then they'll keep scrolling. But point is, that's the kind of stuff you want, is like something that will stop and make them pay attention and then consume your content, tell them a story, a video, I don't know, whatever it may, I do know. But it's a topic for some other time. You want to make sure you're engaging with them. And if your ads aren't working, chances are you're not. Or you don't have an offer. Say you're a chiropractor or you're a dentist, and you just say, hey, we're great dentists. We're in your area. We've been here for 20 years. Come check us out. Sorry, that doesn't speak to me. Now, what if you had a killer offer? What do you have? A funny video, or a video of you, just sharing your personality, like, hey, I'm the coolest dentist in town. I don't know. Or just a great offer. That's where offers are critical. If you have like a free cleaning and who knows what, a free toothbrush, to get them in the door, right? And then they become lifelong clients if you do a great job. That will get them to stop. But if they're not clicking on your ad, if they're not engaging with your ad, if they're not doing any of these things, it's not Facebook. It's really not Facebook. It's you. It's you. Sorry. It's not me. It's you. Just things to consider. I think that's important, because too many people are like, well, Facebook sucks. It doesn't work. Well, no, it actually does its job. It's just a machine for me. And it wants, they as an organization want you to succeed. Even if it's $5 a day, $1 a day, they want every dollar you got. But if you do it right, you have a great piece of content, you will get them to stop, you will get them to engage, and you can build a relationship that they will then hire you or come to you or visit you, whatever your end goal is. So think about that. All right. Let me see here. I think I covered everything I wanted there. And the last piece of that is, I did want to say, as far as Facebook, the algorithm and optimization, is you have to let it learn. Because every time you make a change, say for example, you have a piece of content and then you change the ad or you change the creative, well then the learning process starts over. And it's not to say that you are not going to get likes and comments and all that, or you're not going to get clicks if it's a good engaging ad. But now the optimization has to start over, the learning phase. They literally call it a learning phase. And when you log into Facebook Ad Manager, it'll tell you it's in the learning phase. They added that in the last few months, which I thought was cute. is to let you know, don't do anything because we're learning right now. And it tells you how many actions have been taken in that learning stage. Okay. That's it for today. I want to let you know also I'll be dropping a new video tomorrow. It's one of my better produced videos. I want to try to drop one of those every week, do a Facebook Live every week, do the podcast every week, and just to have another stuff every week, just to have consistent content being posted out there. Hopefully you're realizing what the pattern is here is content will make you stand out. Hopefully this is making me stand out. But new video dropping tomorrow. Look for that. If you have any questions, feel free to send them to me. I'll make sure to answer them live. Either you can ask me questions here. Do you have questions? See, I have, how many people are in here right now? Oh, you and bye-bye. Do I have people? Anyways, if you were here, I would be happy to answer your questions live. If you would like, just message me on the page. If you have questions you'd like for me to answer on the show, I would absolutely do so. Make sure to share this with your friends or colleagues that are in business, dentists, chiropractors. I help everyone, and this information is universal. If you yourself need some help with your marketing, hit me up. Hey, Marissa, holler at me, message me, DM me, send me a pigeon. Love to hear from you. No questions? Perfect. But you're smart. You know everything already. All right. And remember, if you're in business and you're not marketing effectively and consistently, are you really in business? Just think about that. Have a great day. I hope to see you next week, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.